Hey, this is Coach Hall. Welcome to Monday morning meeting at the LLE. It is August 30th. We're about to wrap up another month. Can you believe it? The month. Say hello to Casey. He's in the background. He's doing the background vocals for us today as we do our chorus of the Monday morning meeting. I'm going to translate for him. He's saying hello to everybody. He'd like to be in my spot right now, but he's over there enjoying his little late breakfast and enjoying some time with his friends. You too. Have a good time there, Casey. We're up to 73 people in the membership right now, and I'm excited about what's happening. I just launched with BabySparks, so I'm officially in another platform now, and we're going to start seeing some folks drift in from that platform as well. Okay, so that was a big goal of mine I wanted to complete last week. Got that done. I launched a promotion on the Udemy platform that expired on Sunday, so I got that done as well. That was another goal that I was able to accomplish. Now, my third goal was to complete my free book that I'm going to be using sort of as an attraction magnet, or lead magnet, as they call it in the marketing world, to get people to sign up and buy my courses on the school platform that I've created. Okay, so I'm still working on that. Didn't finish that. About 3 chapters away from completing that. So that should get done this week. Casey's very excited about it, obviously, you can tell. I also have another goal I want to complete this week, which is to get back into the marketing courses so I can start formulating my strategy for what I hope will happen in September, which is to begin the marketing campaign for my courses using Facebook marketing. So that's what's going to be happening. You're going to start seeing some folks coming in from BabySparks, as well as the folks that are continuing to be coming in from Udemy, and we're going to have folks coming in from my school, which will happen hopefully sometime this month when I can get in and understand this whole marketing idea a little bit better and get a campaign rolling here soon. So that's what's happening with me. So that's going to impact this group. I'm considering doing a live class on the platform. BabySparks has the ability to do one-on-one coaching as well as these live class events. And I've really been, over the weekend considering this deeply. I just have to figure out where in my schedule I can make this happen. And since I was thinking about doing it there, and that would be a paid event, I think it's going to be like $15 per person to join the class for like an hour. I'm thinking about doing one maybe live for free here on LLE. So I'm going to put up a poll to see how many people would be interested in joining me in a live class session. I'll just take one of the lessons I've taught in many of the courses. I'm really stoked about 6 Film, and I know some folks took advantage of the promo I did the other day with 6 Film and a few of the other courses I had on Udemy. And I thought, well, since people are signing up for it, why don't I just offer kind of a free lesson here? So I'm going to put that up there it's not a done deal yet. I want to get some feedback from you guys. If you're interested in a live session with me, we can do it right here in the LLE group. Do it in rooms, and I'll just come on and give you a little presentation, give you a chance to do a little feedback. Be a live class. It'll be really cool. All right, so that's what's going on here in the studios here at my Orlando studios here at Star Family Coaching. Let's see what else I got going. I'm going to just take a look at my notes here, and I think I covered everything. Wow, this is going to be a very short Monday motivational meeting, and let me give you a little bit of motivation. This has been a very challenging summer. I mean, just even before the summer, I've had a lot of personal things happening. I'm still dealing with some things. My son has just had a horrible experience up in the central part of the U.S. He's working with these guys that are traveling from city to city, installing fiber optics and stuff. And he, back in May, I guess it was, had this opportunity to go and do this, and he had wanted my advice on it. I said, hey, if you wanted to go and do this, you go and do it. You're a young man, you're 27 years old, he's got no girlfriend at the moment, no relationships serious in that regard, or no children. Go, buddy, go figure this out if you want to do that. And he did, and he's run into some big issues. He even caught COVID. That was a big he's vaccinated, so he didn't get the worst version of it, but he still got a little sick, and he lost his phone. They got his bank account information, stole his money. He's just been going through a really, really rough patch. So I've been having to put my father cap on as well as my coaching cap on, and we've been working on some things in that regard. And I just wanted to share that with you because, some people might be thinking, hey, I'm doing really well, and I'm sitting here talking about being positive all the time. And the truth is that I do speak about positivity quite a bit, but it doesn't prevent negative things or bad events or circumstances that I really don't want to be dealing with from occurring in my life. I mean, the last thing I want is any of my 4 kids, to be having to deal with theft and stolen identification, money being stolen out of the bank, getting COVID, any of these things. From a parenting standpoint, it is really difficult. You feel like you're handcuffed because there's only so much you can do. You want to be able to be there and help, and there's only so much you can do. And so I've been dealing with this over the weekend, and we've been also dealing with the movement of the house and the expanse of the house and new people coming in to live in the house. And so there's a lot of moving parts happening, and it gets kind of stressful at times. And it's just a lot going on in the world, and there's things going on that's impacting the world right now politically and around the world. What's going on in Afghanistan and just COVID. My state of Florida I think it's still number 1 in terms of COVID cases. So there's a lot of stuff going on the outside, in my environment, as well as what's happening within the family environment. And despite the fact that there's a lot of negativity going on, there's a lot of things to look at that are incredibly beautiful. And I think that's the big message I want to give to each and every one of you today, is that you're going to go through some crap. I've been going through some crap. My son has been directly going through a lot of crap. And he was starting to have some very negative talk. And so I spent some time with him. Just, let's talk about what you're feeling. Let's talk about these thoughts. Let's get this stuff out. It's all about what I practice with 6 Film and what I practice with ACT, is recognizing that the events that are going on in your life are going to spark some thoughts. It's going to spark and trigger some feelings. And if we give these thoughts and feelings enough life, and we start to judge what's happening in the world as maybe the world's coming after you and nothing's going right, and we start to dwell on that, we start to feed on that, we start to believe these things, then you have choices that will come up that often can lead to bad habits that can turn into addiction. And so it could become a very slippery slope. So if you got someone in your life that's going through a hard time right now, just take the time. You don't have to be the advisor, you don't have to be the counselor, you just have to be there. Just be there and let them vent, let them talk. When they start presenting options, just say, that is an option, that is one choice, that is one thought, that is one kind of feeling. But what else is happening? Just open the door to the idea that even though it all feels like the world's caving in at this moment. It could be that we're just focused on what is in front of us right now. And sometimes what's in front of us is a lot of heavy stuff, a lot of difficult stuff, a lot of things that just don't seem to be going in our direction. But if we take a step back and go, okay, this is just a moment, and I can get through this moment, and I can find out that I do have a support system. There are people that will listen to me. There are people that will help me out. And I'll learn from this, because that's what it is. These hard times, and I said it many times, good things are good, bad things are lessons, and lessons are great. When you're going through a bad time, you're going through tough times, difficult times, it's hard to remember that it didn't used to be so bad. And it's hard to think about or imagine that it can be good again, because we're just so consumed with that. But if we can just be aware enough to maybe pause and go, wait a minute, let me think about the entirety of my life. Has everything always been like this? It might feel that way, but then force yourself to think about, what's the best thing that ever happened to you? Who are the greatest people in your life? Who are people that you can turn to now and talk to, and they'll just listen to you, because it's really what you want. You just want to be heard, you want to be understood, and you want somebody to listen. Of course you want the solution to the problem, but more importantly, deep down inside, you want these other three things. You want somebody to listen to you, you want to be recognized, you want this experience to be understood. And with that, this type of acceptance that you might see from others can be a way for you to turn that around and really learn to accept it for yourself. Just accept it for what it is. When you're going through a bad time, you're in school. That's what it is. You're in school, you're learning a lesson. And if you can keep your head on that and just your mind on that, go, man, all these things are happening. I seem to have one bad luck thing after another, one stroke of bad luck, another stroke of bad luck. These things are just happening to me over and over and over. And just go, wait a minute. Can I imagine that I'm just going through a period, and this is a lesson? In here there's a lesson. Maybe I don't recognize what it is right this moment, but in here there's a lesson. Once you get through it, and you will get through it, you may have to lean on some people. You need to reach out. If there's somebody in this group that's going through hard times, there's many people in this group that will help you. I'll help you. I know there are other folks in this group that if you're going through something and you just want somebody to talk to, text away, maybe even jump on a call, we'll be here. That's part of the support system. Part of the support system just isn't about, learning the academics and practicing the skills and all the techniques that we teach. It's about being a human being and stepping up and going, hey, what do you need right now? If you need me to just listen to you, I can do that. I can listen to you. So let's try to be there for one another. And also, if you are going through a period of time, just recognize the fact that this period of time that you're going through, whether it's a good time, which is good, if it's a bad time, recognize it that it's a lesson. And that at the end of the day, when you get through it, this lesson is going to be great. It's going to be great. And it may not feel like it in the moment, but trust me, if you focus on it this way and you stay positive, down the road, when you look back at this bad time, you're going to go, wow, this is what I learned. And you're going to start naming these things. You're going to recognize where this big moment that occurred really was a difference maker for you. And if you stay positive, then it's going to be a difference maker that goes positive. If you stay negative, it'll be a difference maker that will go negative. And that's the choice that you can make. Okay, so keep that in mind. And if you're struggling, you've got members in the group. You got me in this group. If I can give you my time, I will. If I'm available, I'll make myself available. I know there are other members in this group that would do the same thing. Okay, so That's my motivation. Stay strong. Know that you got a team here. We're 73 strong at this point. We're going to keep growing. A year from now, I expect this to be at least tenfold, if not 100-fold in size. And we're going to have a huge community starting soon, because I'm working on my marketing and working on some other partnerships with platforms like BabySparks. So we're going to see more people coming into the group, and that will be an incredible thing, because that'll be more people that you might connect with. All right, so that's it. I hope everybody has a wonderful week ahead. You know, as I say before, do I have my sunglasses around? I'm trying to keep this new ritual going here, right? New ritual, which is live long and prosper. Put your shades on, keep cool in life, folks, and share the love.